The World Cup is not just the world's biggest sporting event, it's also the world's largest pilgrimage. Every 4 years, millions of people spend their savings to cross borders, wear special clothes, learn songs, and travel toward a symbolic center. For a few hours, ordinary time is suspended. Strangers sing together, opponents embrace, whole nations reverberate with the rhythm of call and response. The stadium becomes a temporary sacred space. Not sacred in a theological sense, but sacred in the older, more mystical sense. A place where people go to encounter something larger than themselves, a place where they meet the sublime. That is why the language of soccer so often sounds religious. Fans speak of dreams, destiny, of belief, redemption, miracles. Players become saints, martyrs, villains even. Coaches become priests. The trophy becomes a holy grail. I'm Dan Friedman. I'm a writer, editor, and teacher. I also played soccer for Cambridge University, and I regularly write about soccer. And I want to make a slightly strange argument about the World Cup. It's best understood not as a sports tournament, but as a kind of modern pilgrimage. Because pilgrims don't just travel towards something sacred, they also fight over who controls it. At its best, the World Cup produces something genuinely beautiful. For a few weeks, the tournament seemed to create an alternate image of humanity, sweaty, exhausted, grieving, ecstatic, but somehow together. That is the utopian promise of the World Cup. That ordinary people from countries whose governments may hate one another can still sing, argue, mourn, and celebrate side by side. But pilgrimages are never only about harmony. They are also contests over meaning, legitimacy, authority, and authorship. Who owns the sacred event? Who gets to speak for it? Who profits from it? Who gets excluded from it? That is the question hanging over the 2026 World Cup in North America. Because the faithful still believe in soccer. What they increasingly do not believe in is FIFA. For decades, FIFA has presented itself as the guardian of the world's game, but to many supporters, it now feels like a corrupt priesthood, self-enriching, politically cynical, and detached from the grassroots culture. The 2018 World Cup went to Russia, the 2022 World Cup went to Qatar. Saudi Arabia is now set to host the 2034 World Cup after a no-contest bid. To critics, these choices are the result of money corrupting the process. They are symptoms of a system in which authoritarian states buy prestige and FIFA sells moral legitimacy. The World Cup still produces transcendence, and that's why people care. That's why millions will still come searching for fellowship, adventure, meaning, spectacle, and community. Some will arrive for faith, others for tourism, most for some inseparable mixture of both. But every pilgrimage contains the possibility of disillusion. And in 2026, the World Cup may reveal the central crisis of modern soccer. The faithful still believe in the beautiful game, but not in its priests.